Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Riverman from BehindTheMaskPresents.com. I'm here to talk a little bit about this film, Death Game, which was released back in 1977 and directed by Peter Treanor. The movie starts out with this creepy opening song called My Good Old Dad. It basically shows a slideshow of children's drawings in crayon, and it just, has like a photo slideshow of that, which you don't know what's really going on. You're like, what kind of movie is this? But moving on from that, there's an opening scene with George and his wife, and you could tell they're a happily married couple playing croquet or whatever they're doing, and upscale businessman as he is, and big house, and basically his wife gets a call from her mother saying that her kid, they're staying with their grandparents, so she got a phone call from her mom saying that the kid's appendix burst, and they live in a different city, so she has to fly from San Francisco to San Diego and see the kid in the hospital, make sure he's okay. George stays home because he has an important business meeting the next day. So next scene, we hear a knock at the door. It's pouring outside, and you see these two broads standing outside the door, two beautiful women. Drenched from head to toe, from the rain, and they need to come in and use a phone because they're looking for this party. So basically, they pretty much make themselves at home in George's house, and warm up by the fire, get a change of clothes, all that, and then they start doing their own little tour around the house. And next thing you know, when George walks into the bathroom, he has a hot tub in there, and they're both naked, and they're trying to seduce George. And of course he says yes. As much as he's a happily married man, George couldn't help himself. But you see, cue the porno music, the 70s porno music, and you have this 5-10 minute scene of all three of them just going at it or whatever. And I don't know. Basically, the next thing, it jumps into the next morning. George passes out. He thinks the girls are gone, but yet the girls aren't gone. They're making him breakfast in the morning. So he's getting kind of annoyed by this point because, his wife should be back here in the next few days. So George doesn't really know how to tell him to get the hell out, but he kind of, after a while, he just gets so annoyed to the point where he wants to call the cops on him because they're going nuts by this point. They have a weird breakfast table scene that just, you can tell the table started turning with these girls from, sane to insane. But, yeah, he wanted to call the cops, but they're like, yeah, go right ahead, you call the cops and we'll turn you in for statutory rape. Because they said they were minors, but they don't look like minors, of course. So George doesn't know what to do, he doesn't want to get in trouble with his wife and the law and everything. He doesn't want to be in jail. So basically he puts up with these girls for, until he can try to get rid of them. So basically he gets rid of them once by dropping them off at some bus station or whatever, and he thinks he's in the clear. So he comes home and finds out that they're still in the house. And by this point, all hell breaks loose. They tie him up, pretty much torture this guy any way possible. It's just freaking insane. So, I don't know, the main characters in this film are Donna and Jackson, of course along with George Manning, and these girls are just so over the top. It kind of reminds me of Baby from House of a Thousand Corpses, like, uncontrollable laughing, and just like, I don't know, this film, this DVD release was pretty crappy. I think I picked it up for like $3 on Amazon probably about 6 months ago. I'm pretty sure that Grindhouse Releasing was supposed to re-release this, which I hope they would because there's some really bad cuts in this, and the quality, of course, is pretty shitty. The lighting in this film is just creepy. The atmosphere is just really creepy too. I have to say this is probably one of my favorite home invasion films after watching this. I would put it in my top 3 favorite home invasion films. So, yeah, if you guys are into that, check it out. And it's really sleazy, and it's a really different movie. I mean, you wouldn't think, these two beautiful women could just be, that insane. I don't want to give away too much more, but go check it out. Riverman will give it 5 out of 5. So go check it out. We'll see you guys later.